Hey everyone, Northern Dice here, and I'm going to be unboxing my Kickstarter copy of Muffin Time by Big Potato Games, and of course, as you can no doubt tell from the artwork, TomSka. This was one that I caught on Kickstarter and decided to back on the basis of the artwork, knowing what TomSka has been doing for YouTube and about all of his movies and such on the likes. And of course, as a big fan of Big Potato Games. So, I will get to all this stuff in a second. I'm going to try and just get straight into the content of the main box. But this is a card hand management game for 2 to 6 players. It takes about, I believe, 20 to 40 minutes to play. As I remember it, half blind as usual, this is a game that is not complicated in the slightest. And here we go, Big Potato sticker, and I love the face he is pulling. It's how I feel on a daily basis. You get the rules, and you get here's what you're missing. Ho ho ho, here's what you're missing. The rainbow pack. Ah. And the pie flavour pack. Ah. Do those just fit in? They will when I take them out. But that's cool. It tells you actually what you can get inside there. And it is just a deck of cards. In its entirety. I love the artwork. TomSka has got such a unique style. I just absolutely love it. But this is a card game, as I've already said, for 2 to 6 players. That is... Give me a moment. That is centred around the objective of being the first player to start your turn with 10 cards. But what this game is, as advertised, is an incredibly chaotic game. Nothing is off the table, effectively. If it can happen, it will happen. So, first off, check the backs. Are there any differences? No. Now check the fronts, and we've got Gotcha Nose, actions, traps. Ooh, effectively my trap card. Counters, counter. Actions, traps, and counters from the look of it. In the classic stylings of blue, red, and green. Nice and easy to see. Again, I'm going to compliment the artwork because I love it, but I am a fan of TomSka, so I am biased. None of this looks complicated in the slightest. It looks like a very easily accessible game. So I'm going to put those on the deck pile. And effectively that is the entirety of Muffin Time. The rules. First off, do an internet. You hate reading? We've made a super simple video for you to watch. Just search how to play a Muffin Time game on YouTube. And of course this folds out into a nice little pamphlet. A nice little, very visually appeasing pamphlet. Aim of the game, setting things up, game time, it's a trap, action. Hold it right there. Muffin time! Any more questions? Cool. Nice and simple. The cards, they've got a bit of a... Ooh, shiny. Is it shiny? Yeah, it's shiny. Let's skip that one. Spoilers. Bit of a grain to it. Nice feel. Very robust. What you'd expect from any Take That game is that when someone gets quite annoyed at you and throws the cards at you, the cards are going to last, and these feel that sort. We'll go to those in a second. Let us crack open this, because this is not something I was anticipating in the box. I don't remember my Kickstarter pledge, as I've no doubt already mentioned. Give me a moment. But I am going to roll the dice and... Ah, kawaii! Assume that everything here is your... Stretch goals. Super shiny. Oh, lots of shinies. Lots of nice references to the ASDF movies. Available on YouTube. Sniper Pug. If another player forces specifically you to discard any cards, all other players discard 1 card. Nasty. Shoot your problems. Discard any 3 players' trap cards. Drunk Science. Steal all players' hands, shuffle them, and deal them out evenly. Very cool. So a lot of this is going to be oriented around the prevention of someone getting 10 cards. A really simple objective for a really accessible looking game. I actually did that one on camera. So these are the Muffin Time expansion cards, the Pie Flavour Pack expansion cards. Very card heavy. I mean, I know it's a card game, but this is a lot of cards. A lot of cards. It's just more cards. It's just more cards. Some free cards in case you feel yourself being quite the artist, or if you need replacements. All the same backs. Stick those there. Spice up your game. So far you've been playing Muffin Time without a mystery button, a jack-in-a-box, or a pie-flavoured pie card. This ends now. Make your game even more unpredictable than ever with 40 extra crunchy pie flavoured cards. You can get your words out. I'll do this one off screen. And the Rainbow Pack. Now, before anybody watches this who has no idea about the ASDF movies, this all presents itself lovingly, quite child-friendly because of its whimsical artwork, easy to access visuals, and it just seems very childish. The videos are probably not child-friendly. There is a lot of reference to things that we as a human civilization have become quite desensitized to. Put back the current action. It's good for a bit of comedy, but all in a light-hearted sense, never to be taken seriously. This game, maybe some questionable cards, maybe not all for children access, but none of this screams utterly not safe for work, as long as it's taken in that entirely non-vicious sort of mentality. So let's have a look at one of these shiny cards. Choose a colour of the rainbow and steal one card from all players wearing that colour. What a unique card. What a weird concept. Cool. So that was an incredibly quick unboxing of Muffin Time and first impressions. The cards themselves from the outset, just in the core game, there is a lot of cards. More than enough for any player to get 10 cards at any one time. I like the quirkiness of this little mat, which I know was something I backed for. It does just mean that you have got somewhere to stick the cards. See, as example, they do work. The Kickstarter exclusives are probably these ones. It's just 40, 50, 60, whoever knows how many cards extra. A lot of references to the ASDF movies within them. The pie flavour pie cards, 40 more cards, and coincidentally, I'm going to go out on a whim and say that the rainbows are magnificent, but not as magnificent as the cards in this box. It's just another 40 cards. When I play this, I will probably be wanting to reduce the number of cards in the entirety of the deck just for that first initial play, because otherwise you are going to have a stack of cards that is yay high. One knock and it's going to be spending more time playing 600 card pickup. That's not a knock on the game, that is my own dexterity and coordination. And of course, you get a Muffin, as well known from the ASD movies for his Muffin Time song. I'm sure there's some lore there, deep lore, someone will be able to explain it on the internet. And a beautiful thank you from the Muffin Time team. He looks sweet, all he wants to do is die. How terrible. Wonderful. Short and sweet, hoping that was in-depth-ish enough as a first impressions for the content. I'm excited to check this one out, but it looks incredibly light, so it will be a good 4 or 5 games in sequence of just fast-paced attacking each other. Thank you ever so much for sticking around. I'll catch you next time.